Good morning all. This is K. Working as a assistant professor in Department of Civil Engineering. Today's class we are learned about building components. In construction practice, we are covered the total syllabus is classification of buildings and foundations, masonry, doors, windows, and lintels, sunshades. In fourth unit, roofs, floors, and staircases. In fifth unit, staging, shuttering, and scaffolding. In sixth unit, preventive and decorative finishes and termite roofing. In seventh unit, green buildings, energy management, and energy audit of buildings and project. So today we are discussing about classification of buildings and foundations. In that first topic, component parts of buildings. Generally 9 parts of buildings. In that first part is foundation. Foundation is a structure essentially consists of two parts, namely the superstructure, which is above the plinth level, and the substructure, which is below the plinth level. Substructure is otherwise known as the foundation, and this forms the base for any structure. Generally, about 30% of total construction cost is spent on the foundation. The soil on which the foundation rests is called the foundation soil. Generally, foundation is the level between the superstructure and substructure. Below the superstructure part is called substructure. In substructure is also known as foundation. Below the foundation of the soil is known as foundation soil. Next, some of the objects is involved in a foundation. In that, a foundation is provided for the following purposes. First one is to distribute the total load coming on the structure on a larger area. And second one, to support the structures. Third one, to give enough stability to the structures against various disturbing forces such as wind and rain, to prepare a level surface for concentrating and masonry walls. In total objects of foundation, we are observing some of the important measures. In that, first one is the total weight of the structure is transferred to the foundation, and also structure T is depending on the foundation because of unnecessary forces like wind and rain to resist the total forces from this point. Some of the essential requirements of a good foundation. The good foundation should also be located that it is able to resist any unexpected future influence which may be adversely affect its performance. The foundation should be stable or safe against any possible failures. The foundation should not settle or deflect to such any extent that will impair its unusefulness. In these requirements, we can observe some of the important points. In first one, foundation should be located at able to resist all the unexpected forces from the structure, and then it is effectively resist the total structure weight, and also in future you cannot react any failures in future unexpectedly. We can observe any other additional loads. Foundation should not react and also do not fail. Okay. In next component, superstructure. Plinth. Plinth is the one of the part in superstructure. Plinth is that part of the building between surrounding ground surface and floor space immediately above the ground. Plinth resists the entire entry of rainwater in entry inside the building, entry of animals, insects, and rodents. Generally, plinth height is 45, 60, 75, 90, 120 centimeters. And plinth is the part of above the superstructure, above the substructure and also below the superstructure. In between the superstructure and substructure part is called plinth. Plinth is providing for do not entry of rainwater and insects from the ground level and also to the floor level. So generally plinth height is provided 45 to 120 centimeters. Next, building walls. Walls is the separation of rooms for entire building. Have one main purpose to support roofs and ceilings, such as most often have 3 or more separate components. In today's construction, a building wall will usually have structural elements, insulation, finish elements or surface. In addition, that wall may have various types of electrical wiring or plumbing. Building walls frequently become works of art externally and internally. So walls are the one of the most important component in building. Generally, we can construct the walls for separation of room, and also main purpose is to support the roofs and ceilings of such buildings. So generally we have three or more separate components for walls. First one is textile elements, insulation, finishing elements or surface. In addition to wall have various types of electrical wiring and plumbing. So next topic is window. Window is a vented barrier secured in a wall opening. Function of window is to admit height and aid to the building and to give a view to outside. It must provide insulation against heat loss and is some case against sound. It also required to give a measure resistant to fire. Window is the one of the barrier, vented barrier of the wall. It is the small opening in wall. Function of window is to be admit light and air to the building and give a sufficient scenery to outside. It is also provided for insulation against heat loss and sound. In next topic, doors. Door is what is door? Door is the defined as a movable barrier secured in a opening known as door, where through a building wall or partition from the purpose of providing an access to the inside of the building or rooms of a building. A door is held in position by a door frame, such numbers of which are loaded at the sides and top of the opening or doorways. This is the door definition. And next, ventilator. Ventilator is also like small window, is provided at the top of the wall level and below the roof level. Ventilator or small windows fixed at greater height than the window, generally about 30 to 50 centimeter below the roof. We can observe some of the two different ventilators are here. This is one type and this is another type. This is for steel frame. You can observe some of the components here. And next, flooring. Flooring is generally termed for a permanent covering of a floor or for the working of installation such a floor covering. Floor covering is a term to generally describe any finish material applied over a floor structure to provide a walking surface. Both terms are used interchangeably, but floor covering refers more to loosened laid materials. Materials almost always classified as floor covering include carpet, area rugs, and resilient flooring such as linoleum or vinyl flooring. Materials commonly used called flooring include wood flooring, ceramic, tile, stone, terrazone, and various seamless chemical floor coatings. In flooring, why you are providing flooring? Generally, flooring is providing for covering the permanent cover for the rough floor level, that is plinth level. This is also one point for flooring and also another point for the for convenient walking on ground. Flooring is provided. Generally, flooring is made with some of them covering materials. They are carpets and area rugs and also insulation floorings. Materials used for flooring is ceramic tiles, stones, and various seamless chemical floor coats. Okay. And next topic is window sill. The horizontal member at the base of the window openings window frame sits on the window sill of the wall opening. Window sill is the horizontal member from the floor level to bottom of the window level. Between two levels, we can call that window sill level. The next, lintel. A structural horizontal block that spans the space or opening between two vertical supports and serves to carry the weight of the wall above it. A lintel can be a load-bearing building component, a decorative architectural element, a combined ornamented structural item. It is often found over portable doors, windows, and fireplaces. A lintel supporting member installed above any opening such as door or window. Okay. sill level in between the floor level to bottom of the window level, that is called window sill. And also roof level to top of the window or top of the door openings, we can provide lintel. In that place we can provide lintel. Lintel is providing for to resist the loads and also transfer to the walls, because of in walls where opening is provided, in that place loads cannot be resist through that opening. That's why we can provide lintel. Lintels works as a horizontal member like beam. So some of the places we can observe lintel also one of the architectural element and also ornamental element. And next, next component of the building is roof. Some of the introduction about roof. It may be defined as a uppermost part of the building, provided as a structural covering to protect the building from weather. Structurally, a roof is constructed in the same way as an upper floor through the shape of the upper floor may be different. Roof consists of structural element which support roof is roof covering. The roof covering may be AC sheets, GI sheets, wooden stringless, tiles, slab itself. Everyone knows roof is providing for to resist the weathering agents from atmosphere, and also some of the elevation and structural purposes. Roof is provided in top of the wall level and also top of the building. Roof is sometimes acts for first floor to under floor is acts for floor level also. Roof is covering with roof covering material, that is AC sheets, GI sheets and wooden stringler and also tiles, slabs. Some of the requirements for a good roof. It should be durable against the adverse effects of various agents such as wind, rain, sun, etc. It should against grant the desirable insulation sound against sound and heat. And next, it should be structurally stable and sound. It should be capable of taking the loads like to be overcome it. It should be well drained. It should have efficient waterproofing arrangement. In first point, it should be durable against the adverse effects of various agents like wind, rain, sun. Next, desirable insulation against sound and heat. And next, it should be structurally stable and sound It should be capable of taking all the loads from come over of it. It is also well trained and also waterproofing arrangement. And next, types of the roofs. Generally, roofs are providing three types. One is pitched or sloped roofs, and then flat roofs or terraced roofs, and curved roofs. What is stair? A stair is a system of steps by which people and objects may pass from one level of a building to another. A stair is to be designed to span large vertical distance by dividing it into small vertical distance called steps. So everyone knows about staircases. Staircases is one of the building element. It is also one of the important part because in different level of floor levels we can observe in every structure or buildings. So from floor to another floor, one floor to another floor, we can pass by using staircases. So generally vertical height of the building is very large. In that case, staircase separates the small vertical distance by using steps. Okay. Next topic, some of the requirements for a good staircase. Provide easy, quick and safe mode of communication between the floors. Following are the generally requirements which a stair should fulfill. Location. It should be so located as to provide easy access to the accompanied building. It should be so located that it is well lighted on, ventilated from directly. The exterior. It should be so located as to have approaches convenient and spacious. And next requirement is width of the stair. It should be wide enough to carry the user without any crowd and inconvenience. Depends upon its location in the building and type of the building. In a domestic building, a 90 centimeters wide stair is sufficient, while in public buildings 1.5 meter to 1.8 meter wide may be required. Length of the flight. The number of steps are not more than 12 and not less than 3. Pitch of the stair. A comfortable slope is achieved when twice raise plus going is equal to 60 centimeters approximately, which should, however, be limited to 30 degrees to 45 degrees. And next, headroom. Clear space between tread and surface of the flight immediately above it should not be less than 2.1 to 2.3 meters. Balustrade. Open well stair should always be provided with balustrade to provide safety to user. Step dimensions. The rise and thread should be of such dimensions as to provide comfort to the users. Their proportion should also be such as to provide pitch of the stair to going should not be less than 25 centimeters through 30 centimeters. Going is quite comfortable. The rail should be between 10 centimeters to 15 centimeters. The width of landing should not be less than width of the staircase. Materials of construction. The materials used for stair construction should be such as to sufficient strength and fire resistance. These are the requirements for good stair. One is location and second one is width of stair. In location, width of stair, we can observe convenient of user and also clear lighting and ventilation without any inconvenience and crowdiness in that staircase. And next, length of the flight. Generally, staircase consists of it 2 flights and pitch of the stair is 30 to 45 degrees. This is the angle from first step to first flight level. And headroom. Headroom is the end of the staircase part. In that part, we can provide at least 2.1 to 2.3 meter space should be required for headroom. And next one is balustrade. Balustrade is the nothing but the railing part in staircase. This is provided for open well stairs. It is useful for safety of users. Generally, we can observe in steps it is consist of a thread and raise. Generally, thread is providing 25 centimeter to 30 centimeter for our convenience, and razor should be provided 10 centimeters to 15 centimeters. Generally, materials used in staircase is sufficient strength and fireproof. In next topic is floor finishes or wall finishes. And wall finishes. Generally, finishes are required for completion of origin building. Finishes without finishes structure cannot complete and also good looks. As the name wall finishes itself suggests that is finish given to the wall to enhance the interior or exterior look of the structure. Wall finishes used for the interior are quite delicate and need maintenance. Next one, interior finish consists mainly of the covering of the rough material, ceiling and floors, and installation doors and windows with trim and hardware. Wall finishes provide a decorative skin to conceal building components, including structural members, insulation, ductwork, pipes, and wires. Good wall finishes are plumb and straight. Surface may be smooth or textured, and better wall finishes are durable. Some wall finishes are versatile, taking decorative finishes such as stain, paint, or wallpaper readily. Wall may make a decorative statement or maybe simply background. In such cases, the combustibility of wall finishes may be an issue. In kitchens and bathrooms, resistant to water damage in a hazard. Okay, generally, wall finishes gives decorative effect of the entire building and also some of the safety measures for some of the places like kitchen, bathroom, and also it is enhance the building appearance, interior and also exterior. These are the total components of building parts. So we can start with another topic in next class. This section will be ended on in this topic.